Good morning, afternoon, or night, my beautiful viewers. Welcome to my movie room, and welcome to episode 2 of my series Scooby-Doo, When Are You? A series where I take my own personal swing at the Scooby-Doo timeline, one movie at a time. In this series, I am working my way through each Scooby-Doo movie in release order and placing them in what I believe to be chronological order. Here in episode 2, we'll be watching Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers. Released in 1987, 8 years since the last movie, this is the first full-length Scooby-Doo film. In this movie, Shaggy inherits a southern plantation from his recently deceased uncle. While trying to claim his inheritance, Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy encounter a hodgepodge of different obstacles, including an escaped zoo ape, a suspicious housekeeper, a screwball sheriff, a rival family who hates Shaggy's guts, and the ghost of Shaggy's dead uncle. In an attempt to get a handle on the situation, Shaggy calls on ghost exterminators to help. But being incompetent ghosts themselves, they just add to the headache. This was always one of my favorite Scooby-Doo films, and was always my go-to when another Scooby lover asked me my favorite, because I feel like it's very underrepresented in the Scooby community. But this is a fun movie. While the last movie was upbeat and happy, this movie is dark and dreary and is full of so many fun characters. Out of the 80s series of movies, being Ghoul School, Reluctant Werewolf, and this was always my historic go-to watch. However, rewatching it again for this project, I see it kind of in a different light now. I've usually gone a few years between watches of this film, so the fresh rewatch is still a little exciting and nostalgic. So this is the first time since I was a baby, probably, that I've watched this movie within the same year, and this time, it felt a little convoluted and sluggish. Shaggy is uncharacteristically mean.
Hey, come on, Scoop, let me out of here! Quit messing around, Scooby! Scooby-Doo, what's the matter with you?
Everything is so over-explained when it comes to the subplot of finding the family jewels.
Let's see. We're looking for an old relative whose face can't see and whose hands can't hold anything.
I got it! The grandfather clock. It's an old relative with a face, a clock face that doesn't see, and hands that don't hold anything.
There's so many characters to keep track of, things don't really seem to go anywhere. So while I do still like this movie, I think this watch really opened my eyes to some of its flaws. But all in all, I'd still rate this film a solid 3.5 out of 5 Scooby snacks, same as the first film. Which is shocking to me. Before rewatching both of these films, just based off my memory of them, I would have guessed the first film would be a 2 out of 5 and this one would be an easy 4 out of 5. But I guess tastes change, and currently, they're tied. So, if you didn't watch my first video, let me give you a quick overview of how I'm building out this timeline. Rule number 1, I predict there will be splits and multiple timelines. Rule number 2, the format does not matter, whether it be animation, live action, Lego, puppet, I don't care, as long as it logistically fits within the timeline. Rule number 3, shows aren't going to be directly included, but I'll still keep them in consideration when making my timeline. Rule number 4, I'll definitely fiddle with the timeline, probably every video. And rule number 5, have fun. So how does this fit into the timeline? We're not given much to go on here. Velma, Fred, and Daphne are all missing, but we have Scrappy. If we're going just based off the films, then this could logically go either before or after the first film. But from what little I know about the Scooby-Doo and Scrappy show, the rest of the gang is still in that show, at least at first. So I don't think this is a what Shaggy and Scooby were up to before they met the rest of the gang kind of thing. And I also have no reason yet to believe this is in a different timeline. So I think logically, this goes after the first film. My theory currently is this takes place during the Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo show, and the rest of the gang isn't there just because this is a personal trip for Shaggy. I mean, his uncle's dead. So that's what I'm going with. Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers comes after Scooby Goes Hollywood on Timeline A. Thank you all for watching. If you want to come along with me for this project, consider liking the video and subscribing. If you like Scooby-Doo, there's a chance you also like horror, If so, please check out my other series on this channel where I'm watching through and ranking 80s horror films. And watch the first video of this series if you haven't already to hear my thoughts on Scooby Goes Hollywood. But with all that, thanks again for watching and have a spooky night.
Where are your manners, sir? Is there any way to treat your guests, even though they don't belong here and want to take away my treasure?